My name is Kayla Dell Nance. I'm the Raleigh Summer Youth Employment Coordinator. All right, this program is awesome. I came through it in '98. It was established in '83, like myself. So I'm pretty happy to say that we've both been around for 35 years. And this year's theme for the AGame Banquet is energy. I want to make sure I give out positive energy to all of you. So today we have a very good program. These teens that we're celebrating, they're exceptional. They've done this nationally recognized work ethic certificate. We have the largest program in the nation with this. Like, we've certified, some will go through my facts. So before this year, well, since 2012, 458 have been certified in the AGame. This year alone, we certified This year alone, we've certified 47. So that puts us over 505 Raleigh summer youth that have been certified in this work ethic curriculum. And I'm proud of them. When I say I'm proud of them, these kids are awesome. They've worked hard. They've taken multiple attempts, reached out for study guides and all kinds of things like that. So when I say I'm proud, this is a big deal, all right? For all the Raleigh summer youth, y'all can add this to your resume. You can apply these learnings throughout life, not just at work. I challenge you to use them throughout life. And actually, what I would like to do, who can name all 7 A's in the AGame certification? Well, let's just start with one. What's 1A? Shout it out. Attendance, we got attendance. What's another one? Attitude, that's my favorite. Accountability. Appearance. Ambition. She shouted that. She said ambition, that's right. Appreciation, I heard appreciation. And accountability, okay? These 7 A's you can take with you throughout your life. You don't have to just use them at work. If you use them at work, great. If you use them outside of work, awesome, okay? So briefly, I want to go over some program updates, all right? So the application process will start on February 15th, just as last year. So you can start going online and submitting those applications online. And while I have your parents here, we're going to go ahead and add, please do not have any parents' email addresses on your application. Okay, just throwing that out there right now, all right? Interviews will start March 5th, and they will go through the 29th. The 29th is supposed to be a Wake County Teachers Work Day, so if y'all can come out that day, that would be great. If not, if they take that day away from you guys for some reason, I apologize, but that's why I did that, okay? So that Friday, the 29th, will be the last day of interviews. And as an AGame certified second-year participant, you guys have job preference. So what that means is if there's something that you are burning to do this summer, reach out to me. Tell your interviewers at the time of interviews, okay? You guys get first dibs. Last year, the second years got first dibs. You guys came in, you shined, you did all the qualifications to return as a second year. Now you get first dibs, okay? It's only fair, right? Okay, cool. All right, let's make sure. And also, 2018 was our 3rd year participating in America Saves for Young Workers. And with that being said, they pretty much chose us to pilot their new app next summer. So I also challenge all of you to go ahead and pledge to save this summer so that you can have these healthy saving and spending habits. If I had that when I was y'all's age, by the time I retire, I could potentially be a millionaire. I mean, I'm still trying, but if y'all do it now, you might really be able to, okay? So start saving now and establishing those good habits. And lastly, with the program updates, when it comes time for interviews, we want y'all's friends to apply. If birds of a feather flock together, we want y'all friends to apply for the program, okay? So please spread the word and let them know that we want them as well. All right, so I'm excited for our program this evening. We will be honoring our program partner, the Raleigh Police Department Youth and Family Services, for their contributions to the Raleigh Summer Youth Employment Program for a lot of years, longer than I've been around with the program. So you'll get details on that and get to witness us. It's our first program partner award, isn't it? It's our first partner award specifically for them. They've been amazing over the years. Oh, let me give a shout out to Partnership Raleigh. Partnership Raleigh is the graduated version of Raleigh Summer Youth Employment Program. And Brittany Garnes, she is a Partnership Raleigh participant. She helps out at the front desk at the Raleigh Pathway Center. She's helped me out this evening. She's absolutely amazing. And we have an amazing keynote speaker, Mr. Christian Gray. He shares my very strong belief in hard work and positivity. Y'all know I'm really into hard work and positivity, so I'm very excited to have we'll have him here today. And also, this year we have an extra special treat. For the first time, we have a spoken word artist, all right? She is amazing, all right? I saw some videos, and now I'm all excited. So she has a very, very powerful way of arranging words to touch hearts and minds, okay? I don't have that gift. You better give me some numbers. I can add. I got a calculator watch. So just so y'all know. So I'm very, very excited to go ahead and welcome her up. Please, Charlene Propolis, come on up.
How are y'all doing this evening? Good. Well, I appreciate the invitation to be here and to be a part of this experience. It's really amazing to see and hear about the work that's being done through our students and community. So thank you for inviting me to be here. And I do want to share a poem for those folks who are not familiar with spoken word. Spoken word is poetry and performance. And I have a poem that I hope that will really inspire you and really continue to empower you to fulfill whatever dream that you have, because I believe everybody has their own vision and their own dream, and this is the first step for many of us. So this piece is called Potential. Potential is nothing more than gifts and talents going unwrapped and unfinished. We choose by our actions or inactions whether to live or succumb to a diminished existence. Don't ever lose your dream. There will be some among you who with tongues bridled willfully accept the title of being a has-been, should have, would have, could have, but didn't. The overusage of excuses led them to check out at the counter of life, and fear required them to pay a price so much higher it cost them everything. Don't ever lose your dream. This moment affords us the opportunity to elevate the consciousness of our generation. Any form of limitations only cause hesitation when we accept them as fact. Allow faith to bridge the gap between who we are and who we're becoming. Even with my eyes closed, I can still see it now. I can hear the crowd clapping for you, a world-renowned writer, speaker, inspirer, accomplished desirer whose legacy was to live a passionate life. Don't ever lose your dream. You have every right to rewrite the litany of wronged history. Be the poet who wrote it, the planter who sowed it, the window who showed it, the immeasurable grace of an almighty God. Be a world changer, crooked order rearranger, first and last name danger, justice advocate who just ain't having it. Don't ever lose your dream. You are predestined to be tested and tried for what's given. Always pursue callings higher than 9 to 5, living with the provided conditions. Boldly into your mission. Never get stuck in intermission, waiting for an intervention from lost hope and delayed purpose. Don't ever lose your dream. Win or lose, you choose. But remember, others are affected whether we believe it or not. Still, others are infected whether we perceive it or not. Our world is full of social flaws. Pick a cause, sell out to being fully invested. Rest in the fact that others will follow you as long as you have the courage to lead. So please, don't ever lose your dream. You are meant for more than the mundane. You breathe for more than a school or work week. There's more to life than a holiday break. Rise above mediocrity. Allow your character to speak beyond the 240 from your last tweet. Don't ever lose your dream. Make haste to make history. We're all watching and listening. Your timing is perfect. You started, now finish. Get up when you fall. Learn to push back when shoved by resistance. You'll have moments of glory and others of affliction, but never compromise. Develop relentless persistence. Conquer your fears. Pay the full price for what you desire. Allow each failure to take you one step higher. The world is waiting for something that they've never seen. You go show them. And please, whatever you do, don't ever lose your dream. Thank you.
I'd like
like to recognize those of you who are receiving your AGame Recognition Award. I'd also like to recognize some special guests who are in the room tonight. We have with us two of our council members, Councilmember Nicole Stewart. Thank you for coming out. And also Councilmember Corey Branch. Thank you so much for coming out. I have the great honor tonight to award our very first Raleigh Summer Youth Employment Partnership Award. You guys, we've been doing summer youth employment for, guess how long? You guys are good. We must have said that a couple times before. Yes, 35 years. You probably deduced that when Kayla was saying that she went through the program when she was 14. Over 35 years, the city of Raleigh has reserved money in the general budget for youth employment. We are actually one of the few cities in the nation that does that. We get calls all the time from other cities, even from other countries, asking, how do you guys do summer youth employment? What makes your program so successful? We've over the years been able to have really great partnerships with Wake County government, with state government, with nonprofits, with a myriad of other youth service agencies to bring the quality programs to you. And you guys are a really great part of it. One particular partner that we have is part of City of Raleigh organization or division that has been with us for really, to be honest with you, I don't even know how many years. You guys were with us when I first started 9 years ago. Raleigh Police Department's Youth and Family Services has been with us with the Raleigh Summer Youth to do things such as our interview. Every year, we interview more than 500 students. And Raleigh Police Department's Youth and Family Services has been right there with us, helping us with that interview process. We have lunch with law enforcement. Every single year, the Raleigh Police Department's Youth and Family Services come together with students like you and do one-on-one lunches with you. How many of you guys did lunch with law enforcement last year? Lots of hands. They portion part of their budget to do lunch with law enforcement. And you'll see a picture right there with some of our youth with the police officers. They use money in their budget to do lunch with law enforcement every single year so that students like you can get to know the different positions that are in the Raleigh Police Department. There are more than just uniform officers. There are positions like IT, there's graphic design, there's the K-9 department. There's so many different departments that are in the Raleigh Police Department, and they want to introduce you to those. The Youth and Family Services also serve as site supervisors. So we have students who actually work in the police department every single summer. And something that we really like every year for our second year students is what we call Life After RSYEP. That is an event that we have for you guys, your second year now, when you come back to work with us. That is the next step from the Raleigh Summer Youth Employment Program. And Youth and Family Services come in every year with their belts and bow ties. And they work with the young men in our corps to show them how to dress for success. And that really means a lot to us. Now, there is one person in the Raleigh PD's Youth and Family Services who help us put all of that together. And she has been doing it for a long time. She's not only a friend, but she is a connector. This young lady knows who to get, where to get it, and how to put it all together. Her name is April Morris Adams. Yes. April really likes what she does, and she goes well beyond the call of duty to make sure that students like you have the resources that they need to succeed in our program. I've known her to hunt down clothing for some of our students so they can look nice on their interviews and look great on their job. I've known her to say, Kathy, this young man does not have transportation. How can we get bus passes for him or her? I've known her to actually say, you know, Kathy, don't tell anybody, but I'm gonna drive that person home because his mom didn't show up. She is just that kind of partner, and she's been able to help connect us with RPD's Youth and Family Services for a long, long time. And we want to honor her as well as the Raleigh Police Department Youth and Family Service and say thank you so much for what you've done for us and what you've done for our students. April, if I can get you to come up, and can we all give a hearty applause for Raleigh Police Department Youth and Family Services. I'm honored to say thank you for all your hard work in connecting Raleigh Police Department's Youth and Family Services with the Raleigh Summer Youth Employment Program. You've been amazing. All of the police officers and civilian folks in Youth and Family Services have been awesome. Thank you so much. Thank you.
So the keynote speaker, I mentioned earlier, Mr. Christian Gray, he's awesome. So a few months ago, Mrs. Ector-Cox approached me with the keynote speaker idea. And we watched a video, I did some additional research, and I quickly decided he was the one we wanted to reach out to. Y'all all have heard me in life skills throughout the school year, and y'all know I have a very, very strong belief in hard work and positivity. It can take you very, very far. Mr. Gray shares these same sincere passions for hard work and positivity. So as I was working on my introduction for him, I thought it'd be a great opportunity to let him introduce himself.
It's not just lines and a hoop that you put an orange ball in. It's not. That's a way of life. That saved my life right there. Those lines, that structure saved my life because I knew that if I didn't change my actions and my behavior, I wouldn't be here. We got box jumps here. You got to clear, clear, clear. Here, you're squatting. You got towel slides. Just come in here and do what you're supposed to do. All right, I got the timer. Ready? Let's go, let's go. High energy, high energy, high energy. Let's go. Culture is more powerful than anything. Culture is more powerful than X and O's. Culture is more powerful than the best athletes you have. If you have a culture, if you have individuals who are willing to come together to sacrifice something for a bigger picture, that's when you become special. On the court, we do basketball. Off the court, we talk about leadership and being a young man, being a young woman. How do you take care of family? These little intangibles that a lot of kids I work with were not getting. Nothing else matters for this next 2 hours. So come in here and work. We're going to compete. We're going to grind. Energy's contagious. Come on, come on. 10 seconds, 10 seconds. Push. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time. Switch it. So I create that culture by accountability. And it's tough. It's hard. Bob. Yeah, Bob. Yeah, handle it. Handle it. Come on.
High energy, intense. He expects a lot of you because he wants to train the best. And he wants us to be the best.
And I've taken all my knowledge from coaching Division I, from playing Division III basketball, from training NBA guys and training WNBA stars. I've taken all that knowledge over the years and I've compressed it in a formula that I think works for the youth.
With me being shy, Christian noticed it right off the bat. He understood that in order for me to get where I wanted to be, which is the NBA, I need to be more vocal, pushing everybody, making sure they're doing their best, and be a strong leader at that.
Any age can lead, Justin. Come on, I gotta hear your voice. Good, tap, 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 tap. Good, Red. So my senior year in high school, which was 2010, I founded Diverse and I graduated Peace in 2014. But most importantly, I was just kind of lost, honestly. I was really just searching for answers like, hey, you know, Diverse is doing good. Is there something you want to do full time? But in my heart, I knew I wanted to go back and get my education. So I applied to NC State. I found a perfect program, the YFCS program, Youth, Family, Community Sciences. And the program fit perfect for me. And I focused on Diverse and I focused on going to school and finish my master's. And then when classes started, it was a no-brainer because everything I was learning was applicable. And I could literally sit in class from 6 to 9 and I'd go right to the basketball court and I could see the kids' behaviors and I could see these individual behavior and how I was interacting with them. And like, it just made perfect sense. Like for the first time in my life, school made sense. As high as you can, explode. This gonna help with y'all bounce, young fellas, come on. Get up, Red. Come on, jump higher, baby. Jump higher. I told myself from diverse from day one, it will be a family. You know, I grew up with a single mom. My mom had me at 16 years old, you know, and we were so poor. I just remember, like, the coldest, hardest floors, but she did the best job I ever could imagine of covering it up. And to this day, I don't know how she made it happen. I really don't, but that's really what drives me, because that's my mission. I'm gonna take care of my mom, period. Because, I mean, like, I'm sorry, I can't. Man, I'm supposed to be a tough basketball trainer. Y'all got me out here crying and stuff. Like, that's why I strive so hard to try to help these kids, because it's crazy that we can live in this world and these people live so good, but then there's people that live so bad. And here's the reality that no kid deserves to grow up like that. It doesn't matter. Like, there has to be some kind of way to stop that, and that's what diverse is all about. I can see now that I'm educated, I see how the system, it could really fail you, or how you could get lost in it regardless of what race you are. But now, the more I realize it, I think that allows me to create something that I never really had. So when those kids are in the gym and those parents are in the gym, like, I can't explain the feeling. It's just, when I get on that court, I'm not worried about my phone. I'm not worried about anything. I tell kids all the time, when we get inside these lines, nothing matters. It doesn't matter if you didn't eat last night. It doesn't matter if your mom or dad fussed you out on the way here. When we get in those lines, only thing that matters is what we stand for. You're in help, you're in help. Good pass. Good, let's go. Feet, light feet, good, Ren. Hey, you gotta throw that up, Zay. Let's work. Family on three. 1, 2, 3. Family.
Hello. Can everybody hear me? Yeah, I'm gonna have energy. I know we just ate, so stay with me. I know it's late, it's Tuesday. I got you. So, I'm gonna be completely honest. I've been thinking about this even since the reschedule. I had no idea the topic I essentially wanted to speak on. And I just prayed about it, and I asked God for guidance, and seeing Charlene kind of sparked that interest. And it's a funny story. Charlene actually used to be my advisor when I interned at the YMCA when I was 20 years old. So about 7 years ago, I was a sophomore. I just moved here from East Carolina University, and I was attending William Peace University. And a part of the program, we had to complete an internship very similar to what you all students have completed. And my internship was at the YMCA at the Building Hope Center. That's located in the Mayview community, if you all are familiar with that. And I want to talk about creating your own reality. All right, so I want you to follow me. And the first thing I told her when she sat down, I said, we talked about this. We talked about this moment 7 years ago in a small little office with 5, 6 of us in there just serving the community, interning. And we talked about this moment, her speaking in my basketball passion and my passion for service. And I'm here to tell you, regardless of your race, your age, where you come from, that whatever you want to do, it can happen. I'm telling you, like 100% it can happen. And I'm not going to cry. For real, I'm not. But I'm really passionate about it. I really am, and I want y'all to understand that, because we live in a world where it's just so fast that we don't get to sit down and enjoy anything. So I'm asking you to be present, like right now. Like, I understand we have things going on. It's cold, you may have to get home, you want to watch a show, you might have had a bad day at work, you might be tired, but none of that matters right now. What matters is being here and being present in whatever we decide to do. And you young people, I'm challenging you to whatever journey you decide to embark on, is that be present in what you're doing. And if you're studying, study. Put your phone down. Keep it in presence for emergency purposes or these things that may happen, but be present in what you're doing and give it everything you have, like truly. And it fits perfect. Like, bring your A game. Like, think about what that really means in a deeper content. Like, bringing your A game is not just bringing your A game for the things that you enjoy or the things that you're good at. Like, bringing your A game is like every day in life. Every morning you wake up, like, when I'm brushing my teeth to the best of my ability. When I'm tying my shoe to the best of my ability, because it matters to me. I'm not lining myself up with the person to the left or the person to the right. What matters is me and my family and the sacrifices that my mother went through and all these things that we all have a story. Everyone in here has a story that will inspire someone someday. So I don't want you to leave here and feel motivated. I'm not sure if I believe in that. I want you to be inspired. I want you to feel what I'm telling you because I think it's important. Love is important. That's what matters. And what matters is how you treat people. And somehow with this social media and this fast world of making money and self, like we've lost that in a sense. And that's why I'm always happy to be in these settings with people of service and giving back and over years and years of doing these things. Like it's inspiring, it's refreshing to know that those people still exist because that's ultimately, to me, what matters is how you treat people, truly. And you know, we're just so caught up in this hustle and bustle and I want to talk to you again about just simply creating your reality. So what I mean is, so step one, I want every young person, even old person, I want you to challenge, this is my challenge to you. Purchase a notebook, right? A notebook that has some meaning to you. I get mine from TJ Maxx, $7.99, real nice. Marshalls or TJ Maxx in the back, by the candles, all right? Nice books. And I literally, every day, there's a to-do list. I have my goals on the front, a note to myself, right? Whatever it may be. And I can have this file, I can send it out and we set it up. But I have all my athletes set this book up. And essentially what it becomes is a self-accountability book. It's really that simple. And what happens is I have a goal on that sheet every morning, whatever it may be, right? And I have an everyday goal. And at the end of the day, when I get home, I have to look at that book because I have to touch base on it again. And I know if I came up short or did I hit my goals. It's really that simple, right? And we want to complicate things with technology and this commercial and, oh, go read this book and read that book. But we all have it in us. It's really simple. It's just love. I'm telling you, it's really that simple. Like my motto for me is love will win. Like that's something that I'm really big on and promoting. And I think it's important because I talk to the students, and if I ask a student right now, like, who's your favorite teacher? I'm almost positive 9 out of 10 will say, well, the one that made me feel a certain way, right? Because you're gonna learn a lot of information, and we all are, we're learning every day. And the most important thing is just remember how people felt, but also remember how you made people feel. And truly that's my message, and I'm extremely excited to be here truly, and I'm kind of bouncing all over the place, but I truly hope you understand the message, and it's just really just about being a good person, you know, not trying to be perfect, none of us, we're all gonna fall short of that, we all are, but just being a good person, right, standing for something and treating people how you want to be treated. So back to the A game, I want to touch base on that again, and it's really important because I hear, even especially in the basketball world, I hear these kids all the time, and you'll see them on the videos, and they're like, yeah, coach, I want to play in the NBA. I'm like, okay. So then I say, you know, there were 300,000 Division I athletes last year between football and basketball, 300,000. 370 across both sports were drafted to the NFL or NBA. Your chances are, I tell them all the time, you might as well try the lottery, truly, because it doesn't stack up against them. So my point is that we all have this end goal, and I hope we do, or whatever that may be, these goals. But there's so many bricks and so many steps that we have to hit in between, and be okay and embrace it. And that's my challenge to you young people. Like, embrace the challenges, embrace the adversity, because it's going to hit. It's going to happen. It's going to. And it could be something as simple as I might leave here and my tire might pop, God forbid. But I can't allow that to ruin my day. I just got to say, you know what? Hopefully I can figure this out, and I will, because, you know, God got it. God has it. I know that. So my point is, like, when you're attacking it, like, everything you're doing, it has purpose. You know, like, you're being really strategic with your time. Like, you're having your fun. If you're in college, you know, I was sitting next to this young lady. She says she's deciding her college choices. That's awesome. So when you get there, you know, set your time to have your fun, but become so engaged and so on your A game that you start separating yourself now. And that's the deciding factor. Like, figure it out right now, because you can do it. I'm no different from anyone in here. But I just made a decision at 17 that I was going to take all this energy that we all have and all this passion and this love for whatever you're nursing and your spoken word and your energy of service. Like, we all have a passion. Just run through a wall for it. And that's like, and I truly believe that, because every day People fail at things they hate every day. Every day. Some of us sat in a job all day today that we were just like, boy, I am ready for 4, I'm ready for 5, and channel that, because that energy is contagious. And I challenge you, and I go to the schools and I go in there and I'm trying to just uplift people because it's important. You know, not that I live in some fairy tale land and I don't have my battles, but I want to be impactful, and I'm trying to be impactful every single day, and I think it's important to share that energy. So I challenge you, young people, is that when things aren't going your way and life seems like it's happening, and because it is that be reassured by your hard work and by being on your A game, because when you're on your A game, you're consistent. Consistency creates a lot of opportunities. You know, I've been doing it since I was 17, and it's not to talk about me at all, but I hope that I'm inspiring you, because I come from poverty. I'm the first in my family to graduate high school, and I traveled 4 countries and 15 states this summer by myself, all through basketball. And I just had a dream, and it just happened. And I really hope, if I can give you anything, young people, is that do not be afraid to dream. And that's why I said I'm just so glad that the conversation was guided, because whatever you want to do, you can do it, truly, even if your parents are telling you that you cannot do it. And parents, I'm sorry, but you know, it's true. Don't let anybody tell you can't do it, because it can happen. You just have to have a plan, and you have to be willing to execute it. And along that plan, you got to also understand that it's gonna be some humps, it's gonna be some holes, it's gonna be some battles, it's gonna be some gossip, it's gonna be some drama, it's gonna be some hatred, it's gonna be some long nights, it's gonna be all of that. But you gotta embrace it. You gotta look it right in the face. Some of us do it every day. You gotta look in the mirror every morning, and you gotta create your reality. You gotta tell yourself, like, no, today, this is what's gonna happen, right? So I'm gonna leave you with this, and it's my favorite quote. I use it at my graduation, and I wanna share this with you. And Will Smith says this. He says, you don't set out to build a wall. Like, we don't wake up and say, I'm gonna build this huge, massive wall. Follow me. So that wall will be our goal, right? So we don't set out and say, I'm gonna build this massive wall. What I do is, each and every day, I lay a brick as perfectly as a brick can be laid, and then I'll soon have a what? A wall. Thank y'all so much, for real. Thank you. Thank you.
And now, it is time to honor our recipients for their AGame, for the AGame certification. If I could tell you just a little bit about the AGame certification. Each one of you guys know how hard it is to pass that test, right? How many of you guys passed it your first try? All right, we got some, I knew we had some smart folks. It usually takes a couple of tries to pass that AGame certification test. What we do, we give our students life skills training. And again, the investment that Raleigh does in our students is amazing. They give us money to help train you for the workforce. You're not just being trained just to work with the city of Raleigh. You're being trained for your next job. As Kayla mentioned earlier, we have the honor of having more AGame certified youth than any other place in the country. We have certified more than 500 youth, and that's a huge investment for Raleigh. So I think we should all give ourselves a hand for that. You could take your AGame certification and you could put it on your resume, because that shows your next employer that you know work ethic, you already know soft skills, because that's what we've been teaching you, and you've proven that by passing your AGame test. So we always try to encourage you, make sure when you are applying for jobs that you put that on your application, you put that on your resume, and you tell your interviewer, I am AGame certified. And when they ask you, well, what does that mean? That means I know soft skills. I know how to show up on time. I know attendance. I know appreciation. I know how to say thank you to the customers and to you for giving me this job. I know acceptance. If I accept the paycheck from you, I accept your rules and guidelines for my job. Make sure you tell them that, so that you will have the one up on other applicants. Don't leave that out, because you've earned it. So we want to recognize you tonight with your AGame certification, certificate, and your pin. We want you to wear it proudly, okay? We will start now, and before I do, I'd like to say again, congratulations to all of our award recipients. Xavier Amaro. Amberlyn Baker. Alicia Best. Congratulations, Amberlyn. Christian Blake. Zoe Brannon. Heather Briscoe. Sydney Brown. Congratulations. Jayla Corbett. Nicholas Cummings. Congratulations, Jayla. Michelle Davis. Seth Fogelsanger. Terrell Jefferson. Emily Lane. Connery Martin. Kiazi McCoy. Congratulations. Kaylin McCullough. Kayla McKenzie. Ariana Meja Horton. Kayla Melvin. Nicole Morrison. Priceless Penny. Darren Stanberry Crowder. Michaela Sutton. Brandon Wardell. Congratulations. Adrian Williams. And Kaylin Regglesworth. Congratulations. Guys, don't they look good?
They brought their appearance.
Yes, they did. All right. Thank you all so much again, and congratulations. And I'm happy to say that this is not our entire number of students that's been AGame certified. This is just the ones that came to the reschedule. So we're really, really proud of our AGame recipients, even the ones who aren't here. So I am happy to say that tonight has been a success, I think. What do you all think? Again, we're really, really happy to have you guys come out. I did want to acknowledge a couple other special guests that we have with us tonight. We have one of our other partners, other program partners with us tonight, Ms. Tangela Keaton from Wake County. Tangela, again, helps us with our interviews every year, helps us with our digital connectors interviews, and whatever other resource that we can use. Our partnership, Raleigh, she helps us connect students with those job opportunities as well. So thank you for coming out, Tangela. Also, other police officers from Youth and Family Services. Thank you all so much, Mr. Colton and Ms. Renee. I always call y'all by your first name, but thank you all for coming out. And also, I would be remiss if I did not also acknowledge two of our very special youth employment counselors that are here with us tonight, Ms. Sydney Dunlap and Monica, if you are here. Some of you guys may remember them. They come out every year. In addition to hiring 200 youth to work with us, we also hire 5 youth employment counselors counselors, adults who work one-on-one with our students to make sure that they have a meaningful work experience. So thank you both for coming out and celebrating with us tonight. So I want to say congratulations again. Also, Miss Kayla Nance, who has done a wonderful, wonderful job tonight coordinating all of this. I don't think our program can be in any better hands than Kayla. She absolutely loves our students, and that shows in everything that she does. She is a really great resource for me. Whenever I'm doing my work at the Pathway Center, we have about 8 programs that are operating from the Pathway Center now, and facilitating that whole center and making sure that we have the connections that we have. I could not do that if I could not go in her office, or she comes in my office, and we do this. Or we do this. We just dance. We dance because we know that what we're doing is the best for your students. So thank you all for coming. We have one last thing to do. Kayla, you want to do this part?
So we have some program highlights up here. So this program is very competitive, and I'm very impressed by all of you. Like right now, you are literally the cream of the crop. Literally, like we skim off the top, and then you return for a second year to hear what we have to say to get even better. So next year, we're gonna send you guys off, and y'all are the rock stars. Literally, the rock stars. All right, and this year, we went up 1 city department. Last year, we were in 14 city departments. This year, we were in 15. You guys work throughout the summer, helps the program grow. You go out and represent all of us so very well. Your families, me and Mrs. Ector-Cox, and everyone. And you can see the numbers. Y'all are awesome. Y'all get hired. Some of you guys get hired before we even get a chance to train you back, because we select great ones off the top. So I just wanted to thank each and every one of you. Well, you guys, that would conclude our 2018-2019 Raleigh Summer Youth Employment Program Bring Your A Game to Work Awards Banquet.